Hello and welcome to English Lessons, your channel to learn your lessons better. This is my first video lesson on this platform. Watch, listen carefully and completely. If you are happy, like, share and subscribe so that I can make more such videos. I hope you will consider. So, shall we start now? Romeo and Juliet. I am now going to teach you Romeo and Juliet, the first lesson from the second PUC English textbook, Springs, under the Pre-University Board of Education, Karnataka. This unit is a combination of two extracts borrowed from William Shakespeare's romantic tragedy, Romeo and Juliet. Let us know more about William Shakespeare. He was born upon Avon at Warwickshire, England, on the 26th of April 1564 and died on the 23rd of April 1616. He is an English poet and dramatist, often called the English national poet and considered by many to be the greatest dramatist of all time. Shakespeare wrote his plays in the late 16th and early 17th centuries. They are now performed and read more often and in more countries than ever before. Some of his best-known works are A Midsummer Night's Dream, Antony and Cleopatra, As You Like It, Hamlet, Julius Caesar, Macbeth, The Tempest, etc. In addition to the plays, he has written sonnets and long narrative poems. Now, coming to this unit, what we are reading here are two extracts from William Shakespeare's best-known tragedy, Romeo and Juliet. Perhaps an attempt to introduce the fresh readers at this stage to William Shakespeare's genius as a most celebrated English playwright and dramatist through these verses is praiseworthy. These two pieces are in fact two soliloquies selected from Act 1, Scene 5 and Act 3, Scene 2 of the play Romeo and Juliet. To tell you about soliloquy, it is an act of speaking one's thoughts aloud in a play by a character to himself or herself so that the audience know their thoughts. In order to read and understand these two beautiful verses, we need to go to the background first. Romeo and Juliet belong to two rival families of Verona, the Capulets and the Montagues. Romeo, who belongs to the Montagues, attends the grand supper hosted by the old Lord Capulet in disguise. He wants to see his Rosalind there, but sees Juliet instead, who looks incredibly bright and beautiful on the dance floor. He is instantly attracted to her and comes up with a soliloquy. Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. To Romeo, Juliet looks brighter than the torches burning in the hall. The torches are personified here. He then uses two similes to compare her beauty. She is first compared to a jewel in an Ethiop's ear. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Juliet's mesmerizing beauty stands out against the darkness of an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. He says that such a supreme beauty of Juliet is too rich to be on earth, so it is divine and very rare. Romeo uses another simile in the next line. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. Here, Juliet is compared to a dove as white as snow, a symbol of purity. She looks outstanding in her beauty, while dancing with other girls who look dull and ugly like crows. The poet uses a perfect contrast to highlight Juliet's incredible beauty. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Romeo, who was watching her all this while, engrossed in describing her beauty, wakes up from his trance. The dance is over, and he wants to see where she stands so that he can touch her hand. This, he thinks, will make him blessed, for Juliet is sacred and blessed, whereas he feels he's rude in contrast. Did my heart love till now, forswear it sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. At this stage, Romeo is filled with disbelief if he ever loved till this moment. He says if he has seen anyone beautiful, he wants to forego that sight because no one can match Juliet's unparalleled beauty. This is how Romeo's description of Juliet's beauty is rich with imagery and strong emotions. Juliet's soliloquy is set in Act 3, Scene 2. This is an invocation to night. Romeo and Juliet are now husband and wife. Juliet is waiting for Romeo's arrival. He can only meet her under the cover of darkness. Juliet begins her soliloquy. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. She invites night and Romeo. She compares Romeo to day and night. She is so enraptured by his charm that she imagines him to be coming on the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. These words speak of Juliet's eagerness to meet her soulmate Romeo. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night. Juliet here calls night gentle, loving, and black-browed. The attempt here is to glorify night because only night can bring Romeo to Juliet. She rather exaggerates in describing night as black-browed night. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die. This line demonstrates Juliet's intense love for Romeo. Besides, she already senses impending tragedy, so she is keen on meeting Romeo. Take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. Juliet wants night in the event of her death to cut her Romeo in little stars. She is sure that the charm of Romeo will enrich the vast sky in a constellation of stars. That all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. In these concluding lines, Juliet wishes to see Romeo living forever in the hearts of people, as his charm will capture the attention of people. They will stop glorifying the garish sun and start admiring the night sky. For there are Romeo's images in the stars that make the night sky look more attractive than the bright day. This is how these two soliloquies beautifully describe the beauty of Juliet and the charm of Romeo through vivid imagery. Apart from rich visual and amazing comparisons, there are contrasts widely used throughout the soliloquies. In the first soliloquy, her brightness is contrasted with the darkness. She is a bright jewel in an Ethiop's ear. She is fair as a snowy dove in contrast with the blackness of crows. Besides, Romeo thinks he is rude, whereas Juliet is sacred and blessed. The contrasting factor is evident even more in Juliet's soliloquy. Romeo is presented as bright day in his charm in contrast with dark night. He is shown riding on the dark wings at night as new spotless snow. Juliet wishes to see Romeo being cut into little stars and decorate the dark, expansive night in a constellation of myriad stars. There is a striking contrast in the concluding lines where the starlit sky in Romeo's images is loved most by people, whereas the bright sun loses his eminence. To conclude, these two extracts are the best examples of William Shakespeare's craft as a poet and dramatist. His use of vocabulary, selection of imagery, and comparative devices give us the best experience of Shakespeare's class. So, I hope you have understood this unit very well. Feel free to leave your comments or suggestions and opinions. Follow me through my upcoming videos. Till then, take care.